We're seeing a steady number of people moving from Illinois to West Michigan, and it's usually not just for one reason. It's not only retirees, it's not only remote workers, and it's not just people who already have lake houses. It's families, professionals, business owners, people who want a different day-to-day pace without flipping their entire life upside down, or moving somewhere that feels totally unfamiliar. For a lot of people coming from the Chicago area, West Michigan hits a balance that's hard to find. There's more room to breathe, less congestion, a calmer feeling overall, but you're still connected. One of the biggest reasons people make the move is space. Not just the square footage on a listing, but how that space actually makes you feel when you live in it. Around Chicago, even larger homes often sit on smaller lots. Neighbors are close, roads are busy, there's always background noise. That's just part of living near a major metro area. In West Michigan, people usually get more room on the inside and outside. Bigger yards, more distance between homes, quieter streets. You're not giving up convenience, but you're also not living on top of each other. For families, that often means kids actually playing outside. For professionals, it means a real home office, not a desk squeezed into a corner. For a lot of people, it's simply about not feeling squeezed every single day. Another thing people notice right away is that quieter doesn't mean cut off. There's this assumption that leaving a big city means giving up restaurants, things to do, or everyday essentials. That's not what's happening here. West Michigan still has a strong local food scene, community events, healthcare, and culture. It's just on a different scale. You can go out without planning your entire evening around traffic. You can attend events without massive crowds. You can get across town without it feeling like a chore. For people coming from Chicago, that shift is noticeable fast. Cost and long-term comfort matter too. For many Illinois buyers, selling a home in the Chicago area opens up more options here. That same budget often goes a lot further. Better layouts, more flexibility, homes that actually fit how people live day to day. This isn't about buying bigger. A lot of the times it's about buying smarter. People start thinking beyond the next move and focus on what life looks like 5, 10, or 20 years down the road. Monthly costs, property tax, maintenance, what it really takes to feel comfortable long term. West Michigan often feels easier to sustain when people start to think that way. Another reason this move works is that it doesn't feel like starting from scratch. West Michigan is still the Midwest, similar values, similar communication styles, similar expectations around community and family. People aren't stepping into something that feels totally foreign. They're stepping into something that feels familiar, just without the constant grind of a large city. That familiarity matters more than people expect. And it's a big reason these moves tend to stick. Distance plays a role too. West Michigan is just under 3 hours from Chicago. That makes this move feel realistic and not extreme. Holidays, family gatherings, weddings, long weekends, they're all still easy. You don't feel cut off. You don't have to plan visits months in advance. People can build a quieter day-to-day life here and still head back when it matters. For a lot of buyers, that alone removes a big hesitation. Lakes are part of the picture, but they're not the whole story. For some people, Lake Michigan access is a big draw. Beaches, trails, water becoming part of regular life instead of a once-a-year trip. For others, inland lakes and green space are just as appealing, even if they've never owned a cottage. And yes, some Illinois families already have ties here. Summers up north that turn into longer stays and eventually full-time living. But just as many people move here with no prior connection at all. They come for space, cost, and quality of life, and discover lake access is a bonus, not the main reason. Remote and hybrid work has changed things too. People don't have to live near their office anymore. That freedom lets them choose where they want to live, not where they're required to live. West Michigan benefits from that shift. Many people still work for companies based in Illinois or elsewhere while living somewhere quieter, more affordable, and easier day to day. Even for those who travel occasionally, the trade-off feels worth it once life improves. One thing people mention after moving is how easy it is to settle in. Neighborhoods feel approachable, neighbors talk, school and local events feel accessible, business feels personal. It's not small town everywhere, but it's also not anonymous. For people coming from larger metro areas, that sense of connection is a big reason they stay. This move isn't driven by one headline or one year. It's people stepping back and asking a simple question. What do I want my life to feel like? More room, less pressure, fewer daily compromises. West Michigan offers that without asking people to give up everything they value. If you're thinking about making a move from Illinois to West Michigan, or even just comparing what your budget and lifestyle might look like here, I help people walk through that honestly. No pressure, just a clear side-by-side comparison comparison on where you're coming from and what actually matters to you. Comment, move, or reach out, and I'll put together a breakdown that fits your situation.